It didn't feel like victory. It didn't look like destiny. It looked like failure, like everything had gone wrong. Because the night it all began, love was betrayed with a kiss. In the crowded streets of Jerusalem, something dark was unfolding beneath the noise of celebration. Religious leaders had made their decision. Jesus Christ had to die, but they couldn't take him in the open. They needed someone on the inside, and they found him. Judas Iscariot. 30 pieces of silver. That was all it took. Not a battle, not a war, just a transaction. A quiet agreement, sealed in darkness. Hours later, Jesus sat with his disciples for one final meal. The atmosphere felt heavy, not loud, not joyful. Something was ending. Then he said it. "One of you will betray me." The room froze. Every heartbeat felt louder. Even Judas asked, "Is it me?" But deep down, he already knew. Later that night, they walked into the stillness of a garden. Gethsemane, a place of prayer, a place of surrender. Jesus stepped away, and the weight of what was coming pressed down on him. He fell to the ground. "Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me." But he didn't stop there. "Nevertheless, not my will, but yours be done." Then came the sound. Footsteps, metal, torches cutting through the darkness. And at the front, Judas. He walked straight to Jesus. No hesitation, no warning. And with a kiss, he handed him over.
Do you betray me?
Suddenly, chaos broke out. Soldiers surged forward. Hands grabbed Jesus. Voices shouted. And in the middle of it all, Peter the Apostle reacted. Not with fear, with force. He drew his sword and struck. The blade cut through the air and sliced off the ear of a servant. For a moment, it looked like a fight was about to begin. But Jesus stopped it. No more of this. He reached out, touched the wounded man, and healed him. Even in the moment of his arrest, he was still restoring, still showing mercy. Then they took him, and just like that, everything began to fall apart. They dragged Jesus through the night, from one accusation to another. Lies, false witnesses, twisted words, until he stood before Pontius Pilate. Pilate saw no guilt, no crime, nothing worthy of death. But the crowd didn't care. Crucify him. The voices grew louder, more aggressive, more relentless, and eventually, Pilate gave in. Meanwhile, Peter followed from a distance, not close enough to be seen, not far enough to leave. He watched, waited, hoped, but then someone recognized him. "You were with him," a voice said. Peter froze. "I don't know what you're talking about." Another voice came. "You're one of them." Again, he denied it. "I don't know him." A third time. "You are definitely one of his." And this time, Peter swore it. "I don't know the man." And in that exact moment, a rooster crowed. The sound cut through the night like a blade. Peter remembered the words Jesus had spoken earlier. "Before the rooster crows, you will deny me 3 times." And suddenly, it hit him. The guilt, the shame, the realization. He didn't just walk away. He ran and wept bitterly. Jesus, beaten and broken, was forced to carry his cross. Through the streets, through the noise, through the pain, step after step, until he reached Golgotha. They nailed him to the cross, hands stretched, feet pinned, pain beyond imagination. And he wasn't alone. Two criminals were crucified beside him, one on the left, one on the right. One of them mocked him. "If you're really the Son of God, save yourself and us." But the other saw something different. "We deserve this," he said, "but this man has done nothing wrong." Then he turned to Jesus. "Remember me when you come into your kingdom." And in the middle of agony, Jesus answered him, "Today you will be with me in paradise." Even on the cross, he was still saving. Hours passed. The sky darkened. The earth trembled. And then Jesus cried out, "It is finished." Not defeat, completion, purpose fulfilled. He bowed his head and gave up his spirit. But even then, it wasn't over. A soldier stepped forward to make sure he was truly dead, and with a spear he pierced his side, and immediately blood and water flowed out. Proof the sacrifice was real, complete, final. His body was taken down, wrapped in linen, placed in a tomb, a stone rolled in front, sealed, guarded, silent. The disciples hid, afraid, confused, broken, because everything they believed in seemed gone. But heaven was not silent. On the third day, before the sun fully rose, Mary Magdalene came to the tomb, expecting death, expecting finality. But what she found was something no one imagined. The stone was rolled away. She stepped closer, looked inside, empty. Then a voice, "Why are you looking for the living among the dead? He is not here. He is risen." And in that moment, everything changed. The betrayal didn't win. Peter's failure didn't define the end. The cross wasn't defeat. The piercing wasn't destruction. The tomb wasn't permanent. Because 3 days later, life stepped out of death, hope stepped out of darkness, and victory stepped out of the grave. So if it feels like your life is in that moment, that dark, silent, confusing place, where everything seems lost, where betrayal hurts, where mistakes haunt you, where hope feels buried, remember this. The story didn't end in the grave, and yours won't either, because resurrection is what God does best.